Hi guys, you're once again welcome to the Ryde channel. On the Ryde channel, it's all about cars and motorcycles, and today we are live. And on the Ryde channel, it's about cars and motorbikes. We are live with you today. I just want to say thank you for connecting and subscribing to the Ryde channel. Today we are talking about auto safety. We're talking about auto safety. Very soon I'm going to introduce my guests and we're going to have an awesome time. So stick and stay. The Ryde channel, it's all about cars and motorcycles. Make sure you are subscribed and also make sure you follow us on TikTok and all the other different social media platforms and enjoy the content we have for you. I'm going to announce our phone number. Pardon me, we'll take a bit. Yes, today we are talking about auto safety. Auto safety. Our phone lines are 0204-684798. You can send a WhatsApp or you can send a voice note. You can also call in 020-468-4798. 020-468-4798. We are talking about auto safety. When you sit in a car, when you are being driven around in a car, what are the things that you have to avert your minds to? If you are driving a car, what are the safety concerns? What are your safety concerns? What are the systems that the manufacturer has put in place to make sure that you are safe? And that is what we are talking about today. When it comes to the Ryde channel, it is all about you, giving you all the information you need so that you will have knowledge enough to enjoy your motoring. On the Ryde channel, we believe that if you have information, if you are informed, you can enjoy your motoring. I mean, driving or owning a car in Ghana is not for the faint-hearted. So many things go on, and there are things that will break your heart. There are things that will get your blood boiling. There are things that will get your BP going through the roof. If you are not careful, you're going to collapse. They might send you to an early grave. I always say that buying the wrong car is like marrying a bad wife or a bad husband. A bad wife or husband. Yes, that is what it is. If you buy a wrong car, it will destroy you. It will absolutely destroy you. And we have gone through the mill. We have experienced so many things in our lifetime of cars and motorcycles, and we have gathered a lot of knowledge, and we have made connections with lots and lots of experts, and we bring them here on the show so that you get to enjoy the knowledge, so that you don't go through all the hardships, you don't go through all the trouble, you don't go through the heartbreaks, you don't go through the wahala. If you're watching on YouTube, send your questions. If you're watching on TikTok, send your questions through the comment section, and we will put them to our experts. If something that I can help you with, I will. The show is powered by Carbon Cleaning. It is powered by Berks Specs Engineering and Stancast, Carbon Cleaning, and Berks Specs Engineering. Awesome time. We are talking about auto safety. When you get driven in a car, there are so many systems that are at work. There are so many systems that are at play in the car, and those are important. I always say that a lot of times it's easy for you to look at the car and say that it is the manufacturer is making the car just enough that they can sell to you and make a profit. But it's very, very far from that. There are so many things that the manufacturer has to put in place even before they think about their profit. But they have gone through the mill. They understand how the business works. If they put the right things first, they know that eventually they are going to chop. Then go chop. Small. Mango chop. Yeah. Yes, my name is Ep1, and my producer for today is Benjamin Odro. You can also call him Andrew Benjamin. Hey, Charlie, the boy get names. You can also call him Berima Odro. We are here at Boca Studio. Yeah, Charlie bro, Boca Studio, right down at Kwashiman. close to the KFC, that is Boca Studio. They have so many things going on over here. They have a photo studio, they have a music studio, and everything. And they have this facility that I get to use to bring my message to you live and direct. Send your messages, send your comments. On YouTube, you can comment. On TikTok, you can comment. On Facebook, you can comment as well. We're going to see it live here, and we're going to have a good time. We have a bit of a hiccup with our experts. They've been held up by a bit of traffic. Very soon, they're going to be with us, and we're going to have a good time. So let me announce the phone number again. Announce the phone number again. Pardon me, it's a new line, so I don't have it off here. It is 020 468 4798. 020 468 4798. You can send us a WhatsApp on that line. You can also call in and we'll take your call. So we are talking about safety systems, auto safety systems. Several systems that have been built into your car to make sure that you are safe. What is the essence of a car ride if you will not get to your destination? What is the essence? It's of no use. In fact, if you are leaving home and you know that you'll be involved in an accident, you will not even leave the house. Yes, unfortunately, we can't predict the future. So we have to rely on ourselves, and we have to rely on the technology that has been put into our cars to make sure that we are safe. So our experts will take their seats very, very soon. And before then, let me handle the part that has got to do with us. Okay. Now, as we drive, okay, the engineers, the designers can put all the technology in the world in the cars. But if you don't observe some things, okay, you are putting your life at risk. Okay. Now, as you drive along, the car is a machine. It can fail, okay? No matter what technology it's made of, it can fail. You always have to have that in your mind, okay? And make sure that, number one, before you set off from home, you do your pre-ride checks, okay? Your pre-ride checks, all right? Always do your pre-ride checks, okay? We will reserve a complete show to talk about pre-ride checks, okay? Because it will extend the conversation if we start talking about that. But I'm sure for most you have bits and pieces of pre-ride checks. Check your car, your brake fluid, your radiator. Make sure it has enough coolant in it and things like that. That is what is referred to as pre-ride checks, okay? Yes. When you move the car, don't just be in a hurry to just go. You start your car, and boom, 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 then you reverse, then speed. No. Okay? First, the car has to warm up a bit. Then that's just for a few seconds. Then when you take off, tap the brake lightly. Make sure it's working. Okay? Make sure all the things you're supposed to see on the dashboard are on. Make sure the things that are supposed to be off are off. Yes, including your check engine light. We talked about that on TikTok. We'll be talking about that later on in another full episode. Okay, so this is the Ryde channel, and what you are watching now is Ryde Talk Live. Ryde Talk Live, and we are dealing with the topic of auto safety systems. Auto safety systems. Awesome stuff. If you see something is not working properly, please pardon us. We have a new studio, we have a new set of equipment, and we are trying to get our heads around them. So please pardon us. It's been awesome. I'm really grateful that you get to watch and listen to me every now and then on your phones, on your TikToks, your YouTubes, and whatever. I'm really grateful. And I don't take this job that I'm doing, I don't take it lightly at all. It's serious business, okay? So if you subscribe to my channel, I just want to say thank you. Today we are talking about auto safety systems. All the things that have been built into your car to make sure that you are safe. That is what we are talking about. That is what we are talking about. Awesome stuff. So yes, so I was talking earlier on the first point of safety that you as the driver can take care of is to make sure that you do your pre-ride checks, You do your pre-ride checks before you set off, okay? Then, before you set off, then once you set off, you have to make sure that you observe all the road rules and regulations. All the road rules and regulations, make sure you are observing them, okay? Make sure you don't overspeed. Then if you have to drink, don't drive. And if you drive, don't drink. I'm sure you've heard this over and over and over and over again. But I won't stop talking about it. If you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink. If you drink, don't ride. If you ride, don't drink. Okay? Yes, you're still tuning to the Ryde Talk Live right here on the Ryde channel. And my name is Ep1. The show is powered by Carbon Cleaning, Specs Engineering, and Stancast. Okay? Awesome times. Okay, so yes, you do your pre-ride checks. You make sure that you, the driver, you don't drink and you don't drive. Okay? Then you also talk about overspeeding. Okay? Overspeeding. Now, this topic is also a very, 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 very intense or big topic. We'll go much more into details about overspeeding another time. But today I'm just going to mention overspeeding. When you are driving, you always have to think about the fact that you have to stop. Then the road, you are not the only one using the road. When you are speeding and there's another car that is not driving properly, okay, that is assuming you are doing all the right things. The only thing you are not doing well is overspeeding. I won't even talk about overspeeding. Let me say speeding, okay, assuming you are even within the speed limit, okay. Even in the speed limit, you have to be careful because not everybody does the right things on the road. And you have to make sure that you protect yourself first. You protect yourself and the occupants of your car, all right? And just allow that person who is being rude, who is driving haphazardly, allow them to go, okay? They are in a hurry, you are not. Whatever be the case, you want to get home to your family and friends, okay? You are very, very important to us, so that another day you can get to listen to me on the Ryde channel. Awesome. So make sure you stick to the road regulations. Then if you sense that there's anything wrong with your car, okay, you have to put on your hazards quickly. You have to compose yourself, because normally when something happens, you just have a few seconds, to put your thoughts together and make sure that you are ready to act. Make sure that you are ready to act. Receiving a few messages, so let me just check on them and we will continue. Yes, you're still tuned into the Ryde channel, so you have a few seconds to panic. Panicking is very, very normal. Everybody panics. Okay, it's impossible for you to say that. As for me, when danger is coming, I'm composed. Okay, everybody panics, but you see, on the road, especially when you are driving, you have a 1 second window, okay, for you to panic, after which you have to make the right decision. If you prolong that your panic your panic duration, okay, the probability that you make the wrong choice is very, very high. And even if you make the right choice, it will be late. Okay, so within a split seconds, you have to shake yourself and take the right decision. Now, in the car in Ghana, I don't know for what reason, but what I see a lot is that for most people, when a situation occurs on the road, their first point of action is to swerve. Okay? But I don't think that is the best. Okay, I don't think that is the best. That is why the car has brakes. The first thing you do, let off the accelerator and start, stepping on your brake. Let off the accelerator and start stepping on the brake. Depending on how close the danger is, the harder you mash on the brake. And if your car is so equipped with a good safety system, which we'll be talking about very soon, you should expect to stop in good time and all lives are saved. all danger is averted. Okay, so the first thing, brake, and at the same time, you'll be looking in your side mirrors and you'll be looking in your side mirror and your reverse mirror. Then you will check if the other lanes by you are free before you veer into the lane. If you are close to the side of the road, close to the shoulder, then you can indicate or put on your hazards and gently pull up to the side of the road. Depending on what the danger is, sometimes you might have to do it a bit more briskly, okay? You have to do it a bit more briskly. So you just turn and park on the shoulders of the road. Those are the things that as a driver, you control. In fact, even the systems that are built into the car to ensure your safety, you control them. I want my experts to come and talk about that. These are guys that are very, 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 very knowledgeable in the auto industry. They have been there, done that. And I'm from someone brand on Bekasa. So just rest assured today. And we are still getting a few equipment set up here and there. We are ready. We are live. Everything is sorted. Yes, but we have to master the equipment. But there are a few things here and there, niggles here and there. So if you see anything, don't panic, and just rest assured that we are doing a good job for you. You can call us. You can call into the show. You can call into the show. You can WhatsApp into the show. You can send us a voice note as well on WhatsApp, and the number is 020-468-4798. 020-468-4798. You can also send us your questions in the comments. And if you want to comment, if you want to say something with regard to whatever we are discussing, you can also go ahead and do that. And it's a very interactive show. I don't want to be the only one talking. I'm doing the show with you, and we all learn and move our lives forward together. Thank you once again. This is Ryde Talk Live on the Ryde channel. And yes, we're having a good time. And in a few seconds, we are going to have our experts seated. And yes, we are going to continue with the other aspects, which usually I'll say that it boils down to your car. I mean, that also will have issues if you do not maintain your car properly. If you do not maintain your car properly, okay, all right, okay. Okay, so you can send him the number. Okay, all right. Yes, if you do not maintain your car properly, you can also have, yes, one of our experts is having issues with traffic, and so we will take him on phone. So Andrew Berima Odro of Boca Studios will just yes, we'll just hook him up, and we will be good to go. You want me to call him on the phone? Okay. All right, so let me raise him on the phone line quickly, and all right, guys, we're having a bit of an issue with the lines, and we're trying to raise experts on the phone line so that we'll have a very good discussion. He's caught up in traffic. I don't know what is happening around the Dansuma area. I hear the whole place is clogged with traffic around the Yeah, so we'll just raise him on the line and we'll be good to go. Yeah. All right, so you're welcome back, and this is the Ryde channel, with Ryde Talk Live. Here we talk about car issues, and today the topic is auto safety systems. Auto safety system. We are having issues with bringing our expert on because he's caught up in traffic, or they are caught up in traffic, and I acknowledge with you. And when they come, we'll continue. So when we're talking about auto safety systems, okay, we are talking about the things that the manufacturer has put into the car, okay, to make sure that your ride is safe, okay, to make sure your ride is safe. So the most popular amongst them, all right, these days will be your ABS, ABS, anti-brake lock system, anti-brake lock system, ABS, anti-brake lock system. Now, you see, when you are driving a car, okay, the wheels of the car come into contact with the road, and they are supposed to be able to give friction with the road. For the car to move, it has to have a good contact patch. And when it is braking also, it should have a good contact patch. The thing about cars is that we don't only drive in straight lines. As you drive, you steer. And often when you are confronted with a situation that can lead into an accident, what you are going to do is to brake or slow down the car, like I mentioned earlier, and try to navigate out of trouble's way. Okay? Now, the way that the tires work, it is almost impossible for you to effectively steer and brake at the same time, because when you mash on the brakes hard, the tires are going to lock. When I say lock, I mean it's going to stop like this. And because of the velocity, because of the force, the way the car they move, if you mash the brake, the tire just go stop like that. Then the force will still move the car on the road. So you go, and the car they slide, they go. Okay, the slide go, the slide, they go, the slide. The car go, the slide go. Okay, the car can't stop in good time. And once it is sliding or skidding, that is the technical word, skidding, you cannot steer. Even when you steer, the car will be going straight. This one, it is pure physics at work. I confirm a physics, my school physics, our secondary school. Yes, okay. The velocity, it is working on the mass. The mass is your car. All right. So once you try to stop, you brake hard, and the wheels stop. Okay. Even when you try to steer, the car will be going just in one direction. All right. So the key is that the wheels of the car, the tires, they should not stop. They should slow down gradually. Okay, they should slow down gradually. Okay, now how does that work? Okay, so this is how the engineers have set the system up. There are sensors we call them speed sensors. Okay, these days the same speed sensors that take the speed that you are driving and shows it on your speedometer, on the speedometer in your dashboard. Okay, speed sensors. Back in the day, it was mechanical. They will connect some cable somewhere, then as the tire they go, then something they turn, then they connect through some tube, then you go they turn the speedometer like that. Then you go say, oh, speedometer natty. When that cable gets broken, it is speedometer natty. Yes, but these days it's all electronic. Okay, it's all electronic. So there are speed sensors at all the four wheels of the car, or if you have more wheels, you have sensors there. All the wheels are supposed to, the ABS is supposed to act on, they will have speed sensors. Okay, then you have a computer that controls the whole process. All right, then you have what we call an ABS pump. An ABS pump. Okay, now that go to the wheel are connected to the ABS line. So from the brake port where you put the brake fluid, is connected to the ABS pump. Then from there you see, so when you open your engine and you see some aluminum tin where you get some metal pipes. Usually if you have a car with 4 tires, you see about five or six. Okay, 4 of them are usually going to your wheels. Some will be coming from the brake port and from other places. Now it has a pump inside it, and it's controlled by the computer of your car. Okay, now as you drive, if something happens and you step very hard on the brakes, what will happen is that the speed sensors will communicate to the computer the speed that your car is traveling at and the rate at which it is slowing down. All right, the rate at which it is slowing down. Now, anytime the speed of the tires don't match, let's say the left front and the right front, okay, it's not matching with the back one, the car knows that the wheel is about to stop and it will start skidding. So the brake pump will start pulsating. It will start releasing and applying pressure. Okay, it's a bit releasing pressure. Na assign me releasing up okay. Then it will stop the wheels from stopping for the car to skid. Okay, because it is slowing down than skidding. When you steer the car, it is still effective, and you can just turn the car and go around. And these days you see it happen a lot. Okay, if you those of you that drive, okay, and you've encountered issues like that before, you will realize that anytime you are driving, at a bit of speed and you step very hard on the brake, at a certain point you feel some vibrating in the brake pedal, okay, at a steady rate. Okay, and sometimes if you don't know, you think that there's a problem with your car. There are problems that can cause the brake pedal, to pulsate. Okay, there are problems that can cause your brake pedal to pulsate. But most of the time, if it does that, okay, it is because of the ABS that is working. It's because of the ABS that is working. Okay, ABS that is working. So you have to just apply yourself, steer your car out of harm's way. So that is the ABS. If you have any questions, just send. And if you have any questions, just send, and let's discuss. Okay, if you're having issues with your ABS, ABS is the number one system. Then the next one that we'll talk about, which is also connected, okay, or is like an advancement of your ABS, is what is referred to as the traction control. The traction control. Now, the traction control is meant to keep your car, okay, as you drive, it is always meant to keep your car tracking. When I say tracking, moving in the direction that you intend the car to move. All right? Let me repeat it. The traction control, its purpose is to make sure that your car is tracking. Okay? It's moving in the the direction that you want your car to move. Okay? So you want to, um, so that sorry. So the traction control, that is it. Now, basically, what it does is that it does not make the tire spin uncontrollably. Okay, when you say traction, you want it to stick. The engine is producing into movement, not just spinning and making noise, and smoke will be coming like the way sometimes when the boys they do actually they go do the car, then they give smoke. When your traction control is active, it will not allow you to do that. So most of the time, what the boys do is that they disable it. Usually, there's a button that you press. Later on, we'll talk about why the traction control is meant for safety, but there's a button that you can use to defeat it. Later on, you can step on the accelerator. All the power that the engine is producing can be converted into movement. Okay, converted into movement. That is what it means when we talk about traction control. Then again, when you are driving on a how do you call it, a slippery road. Interesting. Looks like today the people don't want to make your experts become the show top. Yes. So we are still talking about the traction control. Okay. Another reason for the traction control is that when you are also driving on a slippery road, okay, the car to track or move in the direction that you want. Sometimes when you are driving on a slippery road and it's a bit fast, the car can start skidding. Okay, because the road is slippery, maybe there is rain or something like that, the car will start skidding to the left, and you can get into an accident because the road is just simply slippery. All right, so the traction control is there, and it will help you to be able to, what it's going to do is to keep the car moving in the direction you want it to move. That is what is referred to as tracking. So the traction control, two things: make the car move. They make the car move in the direction where you want make the car move. Number one, and number two, it prevents the tire from skidding. All right. Okay. So all right, guys, hold on. Yeah. Good. All right, guys. We have been able to get one of our experts on the phone line. So hello, Kobe. Can you hear me? Hello, Kobe. Hello, Kobe. Can you hear me?
Ed, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Good.
It's awesome to have you on the right channel on a right talk live. Unfortunately, you've been caught up in traffic. I don't know what is happening around the Sakaman area this
It's
afternoon.
it's terrible.
It's
It's
terrible. Eh?
terrible.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me a brief introduction. So Kwabna Apia Bekon. Okay, he is otherwise known as Beck Specs. Okay, he's an auto engineer. Okay, and he's one of the best people to bring on this show because Kano Nimu rough. But Dika Hua grow if in Kola Brima Besine or Dasoya Kanyama. Okay, he's gone to France. He has raced before. He does a lot of tuning. When we say tuning, omo mutimi ye kana kane pawana bapano. Dimwa kotin. It's in a friend of Kwabna Apia Bekon, otherwise known as Berg Specs. Okay, yes, Berg Specs, and he's also a friend of the channel. And when I invited him to come over, he agreed because he also believes in what we are doing on the right channel to give you good auto knowledge so that you can enjoy your motoring. So, Kobna, once again, you are welcome to Right Talk Live.
Thank you, thank
Yeah,
you,
so
thank you
Kobna,
very
we
much.
are talking about auto safety systems. I've already mentioned ABS, I've mentioned and traction control. Okay, I was talking about traction control. Whilst we're trying to raise you on the line. So let's take it up from there, and as we go along, we'll take some questions from our listeners as well. So
Okay,
take over. Yes.
okay. Sounds good. I mean, ABS and then obviously the ESC,
Mm-hmm.
traction
Electronic stability control.
stability control, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and then obviously the traction control were basically like the first wave of active safety systems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that you've touched on them. So we are going to go straight to like the second wave of active safety. Okay. So the second wave of active safety measures, they are being introduced, and there's a level of complication to this because then it means that the cars are using things such as onboard sensors,
Mm-hmm.
radars, cameras, GPS, and lasers.
Okay.
Okay, and these systems basically help the driver
Mm-hmm.
to make certain decisions, or rather intrude to make those decisions for them.
Okay.
For instance, you're driving a car on a rainy day. I just want to touch up on the traction control system.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving a car on a rainy day,
Yes.
and you get to a traffic light,
Yeah.
uh, and you've come to a stop, and you quickly want to join the road when the light goes green.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you're dealing with a slippery surface.
Okay.
So when you accelerate, you are definitely going to lose traction.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, the wheel spins, and before you realize, you would have turned around facing the other direction.
Other direction. I saw a car
Yes,
do that on that
yes.
on that Chimota road just below
What, you
the.
saw it yourself?
Yeah, I saw it live right in front of me. One of these
Yeah,
Aboso Kaimacho. It was raining a little bit. You know, the
yes.
guy was heading towards Achimota. I was also heading towards Achimota. And
Okay.
one moment he was facing that direction. The other moment he was facing towards me. I was like, hey, what is happening here?
Yeah. So a few people are quite unaware of this phenomenon,
Yeah.
where when you detect the fact that the wheel is slipping,
Mm-hmm.
um, the traction control to kick in, keep your car stable
Okay.
and be able to turn around.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Okay. And then we have things like lane mitigation systems.
Okay.
So the lane mitigation systems are normally efficient. When you have a long highway and
Okay.
drivers tend,
Kobe,
yes,
one moment.
sure,
We have a question on TikTok. Okay,
right.
so Nana24 Sraha is asking that is the traction control only available in automatic cars?
Okay, is that the question?
Yes, that's the question. So he's taking us back just a little bit.
No, the traction control is not only available in automatic cars. It's available in all cars,
Okay.
whether automatic or manual.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go back. So you are talking about mitigation, right?
Yeah. Lane mitigation
Lane
systems.
mitigation. So it's similar to what some of the vehicles they classify it as lane keep assist, right?
Lane keep assist. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
I
Awesome.
think it depends on the manufacturer and what they
Yes.
want to term it as.
The unfortunate thing is that all the manufacturers give the same systems different names. Because this traction
Yeah.
control that we talked about, maybe
Yeah.
somebody will say ESC, somebody
Yes.
will say this, somebody will say this. They're all giving
Yeah.
them, and it makes it a bit
Yeah.
confusing. But that's why this
BMW go like DSC, and other people say ESC, and
exactly,
yeah, a whole lot of terms.
exactly,
Just,
and that is
yeah.
what this show is about to give you
Right.
the followers and the subscribers of this channel the best information so that you can be informed and you can enjoy your motoring.
Right.
Kobe,
Right.
so let's go along. Yes.
So yeah, so this lane mitigation system is normally effective on marked multiple lanes
Mm-hmm.
or marked single lanes, so
Uh-huh.
that the car's system can read what is going on.
Okay.
So it's through radars and sensors able to check the line on the road and then keep you within those lines to the point where if you deviate from these lines, okay, some of the systems vibrate your wheel,
Uh-huh.
vibrate your brakes
Mm-hmm.
or your seat to let you know that you're veering off the road. So after doing long highway miles, the lane mitigation system would what? After you being tired and fatigued, or maybe you're not paying attention, will help you um, stay in your lane, basically.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah. So that is lane keep assist or lane mitigation. Lane
Some people even call it lane departure warning, LDW.
yeah, departure
Yeah,
warning. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. The first time I experienced it was in the Hyundai Palisade. Yes, if you
right,
those of you who are on my TikTok, you see that I have a video on the Hyundai Palisade. Very very sweet car, and I had the
right,
opportunity to review it sometime. And I was driving, and anytime the car starts going, into the opposite lane, you feel the steering wheel vibrating, and it was awesome. Yes, so that is lane keep assist, lane mitigation warning. Like he said, the steering wheel can vibrate, your seat can vibrate, you will hear sounds. Okay.
right.
Kobe, let me ask: is it the same one that some cars you have some lights showing in the side mirror?
Um, that yes, that's also a proximity sensor in the mirror.
Okay.
Yes, that one is for the blind spot detection.
Blind spot
So
detection.
sometimes when you're on a multiple lane as
Mm-hmm.
well or a single lane, and there's a car positioned to your rear quarter. So let's say about 8 o'clock of you, your B pillar or your C pillar will not allow you to see the car,
Mm-hmm.
or basically it's in the spot where your mirror doesn't cover.
Exactly.
So what happens is this blind spot detection things, even though you may not see the car, will notify you that there's a car within your radar system. So even though you may not see it, you have to trust the system that is there. You don't you don't
Yeah.
want to make that left turn or that right turn
Yeah.
just yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's especially helpful for me. It's especially helpful when you're driving in Accra and you just don't know where an Okada will come from.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. That one they no be easy. Oh. They go fit jump from anywhere. Sometimes it's
I'm
as
telling
if they are flying through the air.
yes. Yeah, and and unfortunately there was a time when I knocked an Okada down, not a front collision, but just the fact that he was going so fast, he didn't see my indicator lights,
Mm-hmm.
and I was turning to the left.
Wow.
So
Wow.
he that car didn't have a lane, that car didn't have a blind spot
Mm-hmm.
detector, and he
Yes.
just veered into my side and flew like Superman. I could basically see him in my mirror.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, we had to call an ambulance and then come get him. But yeah,
Awesome.
it's very
Awesome.
helpful if you have that, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you're
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Then I also realized that some cars these days, they instead of the blind spots mirror, they
yeah,
rather have a camera that gives a live feed into the
right,
driver's instrument cluster.
right, right. I think I've seen that on the Honda Civic. Uh,
Yes, some
yeah,
some Honda Fits, some Honda
some
Civics,
Honda Fit Civic.
CRVs, HRVs.
Yeah,
Yes, the
yeah,
Honda
yeah,
range and
yeah.
the Honda they usually show the right side or the left side depending on which country. My boy my boy Big Trev is watching from Kenya and and
Okay,
and
so he's British
they yeah
out driving.
they drive on the other side, so their
Right,
their lane watch will be on the other side. But
right.
the Hyundai cars they have
Yeah.
put it on both sides. So yes,
Okay.
yes. Recently, I had the opportunity to review the Hyundai K5. So
Right.
those who
I
are
think I saw it
following,
in the
yes,
Palisade too.
yes,
I
yes, yes, yes.
customer bought a Palisade and it was just a beautiful car to drive. Yeah.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So, Kwabna, is that all you have for us on the lane watch and the lane keep assist?
Well, I think there's another one, another system with how do we call this? Intelligent speed assistance.
Okay.
Okay. That works with both helping you to brake in case of an emergency,
Uh huh.
and also if you put on your cruise control, it helps you to on the highway. It helps you to keep a safe distance between the car ahead of you and yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so that in case of an emergency or in case of braking, you are able to stop.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and I hope you are not forgetting the basic one, like the tire pressure monitoring system.
Okay, we've not spoken about that, so yes, you can do that.
Yeah. So I mean that monitors live the air pressures in your tires.
Okay.
So if immediately you see that your tire pressure has dropped, it will show on your dashboard. That bit will go red. You understand? So that you are alerted, and then you begin to put in a bit of a brake assistance, or you begin to let the car slow down before it gets worse.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so that is the TPMS. Yes, and all these systems, some sort of maintenance has to be put in place, so that you can have all the systems working. Okay. Yes. So something like the TPMS. What are some of the problems you can have with the TPMS? Since you are an auto engineer by profession, what are some of the issues that we can have?
Okay. So the first issue is getting the right people to change your tire or to service your tire when you have to. Okay. Now, the problem we've seen with regular vulcanizers is the fact that people take their for example, maybe they have a little puncture and the vulcanizer needs to take the tire off and fix it. What happens is they tend to crash the TPMS, or the tire pressure monitoring sensor itself in the wheel.
Okay.
It's normally located right behind the valve. It's actually part of the valve. It's just that the bigger part of it is inside the wheel or inside the tire. Now, what happens is when they are taking off the tire, they compress their machine and break it. So that's the first problem we have with it, is getting a proper vulcanizer or service center to be able to take off your tire and work on it well.
Okay, so let me just get this right. So it means that if I have a car equipped with a TPMS system,
right?
Okay, if for any reason I have an issue with my tire, I should engage the vulcanizer and ask him that, Massa, you get the right equipment where you go fix this thing well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Go do yawa.
Otherwise you go do yawa. Yes, guys, that is it. Right. The tire pressure monitoring system. Yes, it's located in your tire, just part of the valve. So if you have a problem with your tire, you have to make sure. Now, I'm sure some people, Kobe, will be asking that, how do I know that my car has this on it?
Right. Okay, so to find out, the first physical check you can do is when you go to your tire valve, you realize that the stem of it is metallic.
Okay,
with a nut on it. So yes, so it's the physical evidence is it's a bit more bulkier than the normal rubber valve. The second is obviously to go through your user manual for your specific car. If you bought the car secondhand and you don't have a user manual, the next option will be to look at your dashboard and scroll through the menu, till you get to the point where it says tire pressures.
Okay.
Yes, and then you will be able to know whether you have sensors or not. Now, there are two sides of this. There's one that will just let you know if a particular tire is down. It might not necessarily point out. It will say check tire pressure.
Okay.
So you would have to get down yourself and physically check the tire pressures. Okay. That's a basic form of a tire pressure monitoring system.
Okay.
Now, the more complex one will now show you different tire pressures and the values you have on those tire pressures.
Okay.
And if you look in the door, especially around the B pillar, you will see the tire pressure
the figure for the tire.
Or values, yes. So that you will be able to pump your tires to those figures.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys. So if you are watching us, this is the Ryde channel, and this is Ryde Talk Live every Friday, 4 to 5. And we have a new studio, new equipment, and I'm bringing all the experts to you. So make sure you subscribe and your notifications are turned on. Today we are looking at auto safety systems. auto safety systems. Okay, and we have Kobe Apiabeko of Berk Specs Engineering. He is an auto engineer. He's an auto engineer, proper one. He's gone to school, learned the thing proper. He's gone to France. He has raced, raced, racing cars, in France, and he's back running a shop, and he's doing great work. His speciality is in tuning cars, exhaust systems, the ECU tuning and all manner of tuning of cars. That is his specialty, and the guy he know the car well. So I brought him to talk to her. Unfortunately, we've not been able to get our other expert, that is Stancast, but he's a friend of the channel, and as times goes on, we will have him also on the channel, and we're going to have an awesome time. So make sure you are subscribed. You can also send us a message if you are watching us on YouTube. You can send a message in the comments. And if you are also watching on TikTok or Facebook, you can also send us some questions as well. Awesome time. So, Kobe, yes, we've talked about several different systems. What are we going to talk about next? These days, you hear about collision mitigation.
Yes,
collision mitigation. Which one to be that animal?
So, so basically, I think I brushed on that earlier on.
Okay.
I didn't remember the proper term for it.
Okay.
But the collision mitigation systems is basically going to mitigate your safety in a time of danger.
Okay.
Now, so what happens is the sensors and the computer of your car basically calculate the distance between your car and the car ahead of you, and the rate of deceleration of the car in front of you.
Okay.
Or as complex as being able to detect a car coming from another side of the junction and it's not ready to stop.
Okay.
Your car is going to detect it with the lasers or radar and stop your car before the incident will happen, especially the blind corner.
Okay.
That's why, the main safety system is the SRS, the self-restraint system, and the airbag, so that you can wear your seatbelt, and it complements these the mitigation system,
the collision mitigation system,
the collision mitigation system, in case the car has to stop abruptly. This is what the collision mitigation system does.
All right. Any other safety systems you want to touch on?
I think for now we basically touched on most of them. So we have complex cars like the Tesla, which run very complex algorithms. And just recently, I was reading on the internet, the fact that Tesla was able to detect a collision that was about 10 cars ahead because it's using satellite technology. And it also detected a car coming full speed from the other junction, stopped, and basically prevented itself from getting involved in an accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Those are safety systems that work with satellites. In the place where the internet connection is really good everywhere.
Awesome. Now, these days you hear people talking about autonomous driving. And for me, the little I've heard is that people say that one of the main causative agents in an accident is the driver. Okay. So if we take the driver from there, then we can put into place machines, equipment, algorithms, AI. Can you tell us about autonomous driving?
Well, like you said, the facts back the record that most of the accidents are human error. What happens is nowadays when you're driving, you really find yourself doing other things apart from driving.
Okay.
Because there are so many distractions, There could be kids in the car. There could be your phone. People are messaging you, and you just can't help but get to your phone. We've realized that the computer cannot be distracted.
Okay.
And for people who've had the opportunity to test these systems, it's pretty much bulletproof. We have cars that are even driving themselves now, and they are basically not getting into any accidents at all. The systems in place in the car, infrared, radar, GPS, are able to detect things that are unseen to the eye.
Okay, so Kobe, let me get you right. So, you talked about lane keep assist and radar cruise control. And I mean, I have experienced them before, and I'll say that they are very, very, very great systems,
Right.
And these days, some of the cars can even steer themselves. You just flick and it will steer, and it can read, warning signs and keep within speed limits.
Right.
Now, how different are those systems from autonomous driving?
I think it's autonomous driving incorporates all these systems together to make it work. I think that's basically it. It incorporates these systems.
Okay, so it brings together all the different systems.
Yes.
Awesome.
To make the driving
for
possible.
them to work together as one cohesive,
Yes.
unit. Awesome. Kobe, I'm really, really, really grateful. And yes, we are talking about auto safety. But as I started the show, one of the things that I said was that, which I believe in, is that you as the driver, you are the number one safety system.
Yes.
You are the number one safety system. Okay, so Kobe, quickly, I talked about pre-ride checks, for example. Can you just give us a few tidbits into pre-ride checks? We started the show. We're supposed to go 4 to 5. It's 5 o'clock. Let's just take a few more minutes of your time and give you the information that you need. Yes, Kobe, take it away.
Right. Okay, so pre-ride checks. First of all, if it comes to safety systems, when you turn on your ignition and you start your car, the airbag light needs to go off.
Okay.
Yes, and so the airbag.
So light, I'm not cutting you short, but let me just interject a little bit here. So when you when you turn your car, the ignition, even without starting, everything on your dashboard will come on.
Yes.
Okay, so take it from there.
All the lights will come on. So now we have the check engine light. That looks like a little car. It's a yellow light that looks like a little car. And then we have other things. If it's a diesel, you have a coil light. You have all those lights.
All the lights.
Yes.
Somebody say your light, your dashboard light up like Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. So basically when you turn on your ignition before you start the car, all those things light up.
Okay.
And then after you've cranked the car and it's started, they are all supposed to go off. There's not supposed to be one thing left on the dashboard. The airbag light looks like a pregnant woman who is sitting down. Basically it's a bulgy thing, and you see the airbag and seatbelt. It's just a red light over there. It's supposed to go off. If it doesn't go off and it stays on the dashboard, you may have one or more problems with your airbag system. So that means that when you get into a collision, your airbag may not deploy.
Okay.
So you have to visit your service agent to make sure that those lights are off. Now, if anybody by mistake turned off their lane mitigation system or their collision mitigation system or anything of that sort, lane keep assist, what happens is it will show that it's off. Okay, in writing. Okay, because people are now getting used to these systems. It will show that it's off in writing, and it is your responsibility to turn them on if you know that you are going to be distracted during your driving, so that in case you lose focus or concentration and you're in traffic and you're on the road, you will be able to the car will be able to stop on your behalf. Now note, some cars may have these systems working at a certain speed. So if you're in traffic, slow moving traffic, it may be your fault. If you're not able to go on the brakes. Yes.
All right. Awesome having you on the show. Despite all the difficulties.
Thank you so much.
Quickly,
thank you so much for making this possible.
If we want to reach, how are we going to do that?
Okay, so if you want to reach me, you can phone, WhatsApp, on 0267 765 702.
Can you take it again?
0267 765
702. Okay, so that is Kobe's phone number. So if you need him to take a look at your car, or if you need him to build you a custom-made exhaust system, if you need him to tune your car. This afternoon, I was doing a live on TikTok, and there was one gentleman who said he has issues with his car, and it was something to do with his catalytic converter.
Right.
He has a Hyundai Elantra, and I was saying that.
Okay.
I mean, he says when he bought the car,
Yeah.
he had the check engine light, so he took it to a workshop for them to check, and they realized that the car had no cut. Somebody
Wow.
already take the cat away. I don't know, say go mix soup with the cat or what.
Give to Abuchi.
He give to boy, Charlie. So yeah, so the car didn't have a cut, so I advise that instead of him going through the trouble, with this, he should just buy a complete exhaust system with the cut and everything and replace the whole thing so that he knows that he's dealt with it. Because apart from the cut, you also have your downstream exhaust oxygen sensor, right?
Exactly.
Yes, and
Yes.
all these things can be an issue. So yes, that was
Yeah.
the advice I gave. Awesome time. If you want to reach Kobe, 0267765702. Okay, let me just give a few shout outs to those who are joining us on they supported us. Okay, so Carbon Cleaning, they have the equipment to clean your catalytic converter. They have equipment to clean your direct injected cars. The number one issue is carbon buildup. Okay,
Yes.
and they have the proprietary equipment from France. In Ghana,
Yes.
they are the only people who are allowed to do that. Okay.
Thumbs up to Carbon Cleaning Ghana.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they have the equipment. They've done it to my car before. I mean, it's awesome. They'll just plug a few things, use hydrogen and some other things, and do some co-minini, and they'll just blow all the carbon out. And all the new cars are direct injected. And if you do that, your car will be breathing, and the car will be speeding, fine. Then now he's added to that one. Now he has brought in one that can take care of your DPF and your catalytic converter. So he has one that can clean your catalytic converter, and he has another one that can clean your DPF. That is if you have a diesel car with a diesel particulate filter. When these things get clogged, the car know they pull. You go step on the accelerator, the car know they pull. So you always need these things, yes. So you can contact Carbon Cleaning. Then we also have user something. Nana Tufo Saha also on the show, and it's awesome to have you guys all watching live on YouTube. We have Martin Bobby, we have Driver5, David Deal. Bless you. I don't know if you are in Norway or you are in Kenya, but wherever you are, God bless you and thanks for joining. Joel, my brother, CBB. Also check CBB TV out. He just shared a video on YouTube about the Nissan Navara Pro 4X. So go watch that video. Jojo Ando, all the way from the USA. Awesome guy. Thank you guys for watching. Auto Afrique TV, thank you. And all the other guys, I just want to say thank you. Kobe, thank you. God bless you. And we'll catch up with you again very, very soon. Yes, just to finish up, make sure you check out our website, www.ridechannel.com. www.ridechannel.com. We have lots and lots of stories there, and we have lots of videos on YouTube, also on TikTok. Okay, and follow us on all that other. Is every Friday 4 to 5. Every Friday 4 to 5. This week we are talking about A to Z of importing cars. I know that you are all thinking about how you can get. I mean, in Ghana, our problem is that the transport system is nya, it's yawa. Okay, so everybody they think of ways where it go fit do, it go get own car. Okay, you get. So we are bringing guys who have been importing cars, selling cars for many years. Next week 4 to 5. Facebook, Ryde channel, RYE channel, and we'll give you all the information. And guys, when we here in the studio, we know that we have issues with traffic around town. So next week we'll make sure that we'll give them 1 hour. Follow us on all the channels so that you get all the information. And our website, www.ryde project. It's a big project that we are doing right here at Ryde channel. It's huge, okay. And as we go along, you see right now we have the website with stories. And you can also access my old radio shows are there. You can also get access to all the videos on YouTube right there on the website, or you can just go directly to YouTube, subscribe and watch. Okay, and also don't forget, share with your friends. The new news and the good thing that is happening to town. I just want to say thank you and bye for now. Bye, 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 bye.